Hi everyone, welcome to the stream of Jobloop, which is a new video game that I'm developing, which is basically the idea that you're stuck in a job interview time loop that you have to try and get out of. And it's an interactive narrative game, first person. It's based around a lot of different games that have inspired me over the years. Including Summer, Vampire the Masquerade, Deus Ex, all these different kind of games, but it's much more about everyday life and set in kind of a real world setting. The game features a lot of kind of interactive elements and things to read. So let's get started. Dear Justin, I'm delighted to invite you to the 5th round interview. This one will be held at our offices in person, so you will get to meet our fantastic team. As I mentioned on the call, the interview will take place on Monday, 10th of January at 9 a.m. Dear Justine, we are unable to offer you a job at the present time as we have decided to recently fire 20% of our workforce. Luckily, this streamlining of services has afforded me an extra 3 swimming pools. One day you will have a swimming pool. Hello chatbot, please write me a rejection email to a job candidate, make it polite and professional with a bit of passive aggressiveness. Include the word unfortunately 5 times. Thank you chatbot, I love you. A spam email and anonymous from anonymous. Justin, don't go to the interview, it's a trap. So a few things. At the start, instead of just starting like this, what I would like to do is start with a mobile phone ringing on the side of the bed and you having a conversation with your best friend who will be in the office. This will give you an opportunity to kind of understand a little bit of what's going on before you even get there. Final notice, so you are broke in this game. An interview at 9 a.m. So everything is kind of interactable, with the idea that some things will be able to do more than just an interaction, that you'll be able to do something with them. For instance, these newspapers, you can read what they say. In a sign of the broken economic system, 90% of young people are selling spare organs to the older generation. Billy Boyd 19 says it's the only way he can make money in this job market. The thing is, I can't even get a job, so I may as well sell my spare organs for cash. Dr. Sally Stevens says selling organs is dangerous and that young people should consider their future. When asked about this, Billy Boyd replied, "What future?" before staring meaningfully into the distance. So you can leave the apartment. And then you are up here. This is the lobby of the building. And because I've already played and already have a save file, I can already actually enter. But you can usually talk to the guard and they give you an option. This is currently bugged, but the idea is that there should also be multiple ways of getting through certain obstacles in the game. So as well as kind of talking to the guard and getting through it that way, you can also go through this ventilation shaft as an alternative method. And then you have to choose your floor, so the reception is level 5, so we'll start with that. For instance, you can go to 6 to get out into the same office, just one level above. But if you try and go to 7, for instance, well, I've played already, so this is unlocked, but normally this is locked and you can't go out on this level until you get to the level. And so the idea around a lot of the game design is it's a little bit like a Metroidvania in that, like, once you've explored an area, you unlock a shortcut to get back to that level. Good luck for the interview. Just tell if you need anything. Are you a robot? I prefer the term mechanically inclined, if you will, but I've been programmed with the most human of tastes in men. Can I ask you a question? There's something sad about your eyes. How perceptive of you, dear. I'm feeling a bit sad today. It marks a week since the loss of my dear cat Mimi. She just vanished. I will find Mimi. You will? How? I can find anything. I am perceptive. I am young. Oh well, do let me know if you find her. She is awfully missed. Will do. It's the kind of like side quests and main quests in the game. Hey Justin, what's up? Looking sharp. Thanks. Good luck in there. So you're kind of just arriving to the interview, and these people around you are some of the other interview candidates. And that's why I'd make a great candidate. Hello? Hey, do you mind? I'm busy prepping over here. I love preparing for interviews. And you think that means I have to talk to you? If anything, I should be taking you down a peg. Why do you talk like that? I just struggle to express my emotions in a way that society accepts, so I adopt jargon language to hide my... Never mind, let's take this offline for a deep dive some other time. Okay. So this is Jenny Kool-Aid, she's one of the candidates. This is another one of the candidates. This guy's also kind of like your close friend, who I need to establish at the beginning of the game. I have not done that, there's a lot that I haven't done. And already you can kind of see, just by looking through here, what this company is about. They are making the robots that you have been seeing as we've started playing. So we go through here. And yeah, you can kind of explore around and start going into different rooms and seeing things. Again, this is kind of an early build, this is an alpha build of the game. I have a lot of content planned for the exploration and for different things you can do throughout the levels. This, for instance, is the marketing department. If you talk to this lady, who the hell are you? I'm Justin Kairos. The new job candidate. Well, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm not the one interviewing you. What are you doing here? What does it look like? I'm running A/B testing on our ads. These chumps are members of the public. The citizens come to help us on our quest to hack their brains. Why do you seem so angry? We've lost one of our employees, Bill Grange. Went down to the basement and never came back. The last two people we sent after him didn't come back either. I meant to make some new posters, but Bill is the true artist. Wait, you want a job here, right? Why don't you prove yourself to me? Make me 3 poster designs on that screen over there. Then we can talk. So like, some of the game is based around this kind of interaction element, right? That you can kind of design things, build things into the space. What shall we say? This is a beta test. Actually, no. It's actually kind of an alpha test. Alpha test. And you can kind of change the sign, the font. I actually really like this guy, so maybe like this. If you want to commit this poster, yes. And then and then it already starts scrolling, so like you're kind of setting up some of the environment when you do this. Alpha test continues. Yeah, you can write whatever you want. Try not to write something too problematic so you don't get me in trouble. This, yeah, reaching. Yeah, so now then you have this kind of poster design going down with what you set in the environment, which is kind of fun. Yeah, the sunbeams are really nice actually. They recently made those posters. Yes, sure, but Bill is still missing. What, you thought you could make some posters for me and I'd help you get a job? Little duckling, go find Bill for me and we'll talk. Who's Bill? One of our star employees got himself into a bit of trouble lately for endorsing the idea of a human union. The boss didn't like that, but surely Wayland wouldn't have done something to him. So one of the things with the game that I'm trying to work out is if I should have the text like this, which is kind of like 90s style text, huge text box, lots of reading, or whether I should do the kind of Disco Elysium side panel where you have kind of text going down. I think the side panel might be better. People don't like reading these days. The aim is to also fully voice this, so it'll be voiced and there'll be people talking. Yeah, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm sort of a bit confused about that. This is a reference to my previous game, The Cinema Rosa, which is out on Steam. It will be in all of the Steam sales this year. You can buy it if you like. It's obviously much more built up than this game. This game is still very early, whereas that is fully released. So I was experimenting with this idea of like, what if the robots had this kind of robot language, kind of Star Wars reminiscent when you talk to them. And it is it's hard to explain how I built it, but it's basically like multi-levels of audio files with different files for the number of characters in each word. So when it's like only one syllable, it's shorter, and when there's a long word like sweeping, it's longer. So if you listen, and then there's also longer pauses at each punctuation mark. That's how it works. I'm not sure if I like it yet. I kind of have to keep testing it. But that's the idea. And then you can kind of get this kind of robot guy who's kind of stuck inside. I think the navigation mesh, maybe? Like that isn't seen as a as a door, but he's kind of cute, and I'm trying to work out what more I can do with him. You can get him to kind of stay there. You can get him to follow you. But I think because of the navigation mess, you can't currently leave the room. Yeah, I'll have to work out how to do that. Anyway, I'll let it get him stay for now. So, yeah, I haven't really addressed anything of how the game works, but basically what happens is you do the job interview, and then you fail the interview, and then you have to complete various quests in the department to impress all the department managers to give you the job. And one of the quests is this kind of... Okay, I broke the game. Never mind. One of the quests is playing ping pong, which completely failed for some reason. I think because of the tick event. But anyway, this is the end of my demo for now.